So today, lads, we have got new workout footage from Angel Reese, and please, I mean this when I say this. I mean this, like, her jumper it's looking better.
Did you catch Angel Reese's new workout video? Her jump shot shows a little improvement, but there's still a long way to go. That awkward sidestep move she keeps using isn't going to fool any solid defender. It's like slapping racing. Stripes on a car with engine problems? Flashy, but not fixing the real issue. In this breakdown, we'll dig into exactly what's wrong with her shooting form and why her current training methods aren't helping. You'll see the key flaws in her approach and what she should actually be focusing on to really level up her game. There's a clear path to improvement, but right now, her strategy is missing the fundamental mechanics she needs. Let's take a closer look at what's really happening in those viral clips.
Her jump shot, in fairness, is getting a little bit faster. But I'm sorry. You cannot be a consistent shooter unless you are Reggie Miller. Unless you are Reggie Miller, you cannot be a consistent shooter if your arms crossed.
That sidestep jumper Angel keeps showing off. The release still looks awkward and hasn't improved much since last season. She's clearly putting time into flashier moves, but the foundation of her shot remains flawed. The biggest red flag, she's crossing her arms during the shooting motion, especially noticeable at frame 042, where her shooting hand crosses her body's midline. No serious shooting coach would ever teach that at any level. It's a fundamental issue that's holding her back.
To be fair, anything is better than last year. And we saw in Unrivaled, not that she was a great jump shooter or anything, but like, you couldn't stand under the basket to guard her anymore.
Her trainers are sharing these clips as proof of progress, but any experienced coach would spot the issues instantly. That shooting form just won't hold up against WNBA level defenders. When elite defenders close out, that crossed arm motion will be a liability. On top of that, she's still pushing the ball from her shoulder instead of elevating and following through properly. Sure, her release is a bit quicker now, but the elbow placement and release point are still way off. These aren't minor tweaks. These are fundamental flaws that make it nearly impossible to be a consistent shooter.
She does still release the ball low. It's being able to use her body in a position where she can use her strength to get people so that she's not trying to finish through people. She's still not very good at that.
The numbers speak for themselves. Reese shot just 28% from outside the paint last season, while top-tier forwards usually land between 35% and 40%. Her current form does nothing to fix the mechanical issues that led to those poor results. What's worrying is how she's using her training time. Instead of rebuilding her shot from the ground up, she's working on sidestep jumpers that defenders won't bite on in real games. Her crossover in the footage is slow and easy to read. This is valuable development time that should be focused on fixing her foundation, not layering flashy moves onto a flawed base.
But also, what coach decides this is what we want to show? Like, what is that? I'm sorry, you couldn't even, 7'3" Zhang Jiu, the Chinese girl who can barely move left and right. You couldn't even beat her with that. Like, what is this?
He footage does show some improvement in her balance, which is a step in the right direction. But the core issues, her elbow placement and release point, are still major problems. Until those are fixed, they'll continue to cap her potential as a reliable scorer.
Low release point can be an advantage. So rather than trying to play to her weaknesses, like, that was the big thing. So, like, this is what you really want to see if you are an Angel Reese fan. And do you remember what we saw?
The most telling issues in the footage is the inconsistency in her shot arc. The trajectory is all over the place. Sometimes it's too flat, other times it's way too high. It's like a plane with a faulty altimeter. That kind of inconsistency makes it nearly impossible to build solid muscle memory. Great shooters succeed because they repeat the exact same motion every single time. With Angel's current mechanics, she's basically shooting a different shot with each attempt. And that's a major barrier to real improvement.
It is, you see it with kids. When a lot of the time kids have the same problem when they're young. When they start shooting out from further, they think instead of using their legs to shoot, they just have weird arm motions because they want to fling the ball. That's probably what it was. It's probably a thing that she started doing when she was younger, throwing it from far away. Or maybe if she didn't shoot the three ball at all when she was younger, it's something that, because she's so used to shooting the mid, instead of working through her legs, her arms start switching. But the further she gets out, the more her arms turn.
So despite all the buzz around these workout videos, the reality is her jump shot still needs a full rebuild. The current training isn't tackling the core mechanical flaws, and until those are addressed, she's going to keep struggling to score consistently outside the paint.
This is the clip that they're choosing to show. She's back out of Unrivaled, back to her individual trainer. 2 dribbles out, between the legs, and she doesn't move!
Angel Reese's biggest problem might not be her jumper. It's that she's being trained to play like someone else. She dominated college as a physical force in the paint, not a perimeter player. Her game was built on rebounds, putbacks, and overpowering defenders. That's who she is. But now her training clips show her doing crossovers and sidestep jumpers that just don't fit her game. It's like watching someone move away from their strengths on purpose. Instead of sharpening what makes her dangerous, she's working on moves that take her out of her lane.
Do you remember what we saw in her workouts before? We saw standing on the spot, tween, sidestep, move a half an inch one side, jump shot for long 2.
The training approach is off track. The crossover they're drilling is slow and predictable. WNBA defenders won't have any trouble staying in front of it. The sidestep jumper barely creates space and looks forced. None of this reflects what made her a star in college. Players with similar size and skill, like Tina Charles and Sylvia Fowles, built their game from the inside out. They mastered the paint first, then added range later. They played to their strengths, something Angel's current training seems to be ignoring.
The dumbest shot in basketball, where she's dribbling the ball, going nowhere. Like, she's dribbling the ball standing on the spot, and then shoots a sidestep where she moves this much sideways.
The proof was clear during Unrivaled. Angel was at her best when she stopped forcing perimeter moves and went back to what works, using her size and strength in the paint. That's how she earned a spot on the all-Unrivaled second team. What's concerning is what these workout videos don't show. There's no focus on the essential post moves that could make her unstoppable. Where are the drills for post footwork? Where's the work on drop steps, up and under moves, or establishing deep position? These core skills could transform her offensive game overnight, yet they're completely absent from her training footage.
Go be dominant on the inside. Seal. Work out of the high post. Watch some MMA Saman clips. Work a high-low game. She's not going to be able to spread out the 3. Work a high-low game. It can still be effective even with Tyler Marsh. But go high, please hire Elisa Leslie. Like, this is what Angel Reese needs to be working on. This is exactly what it is. Like, this is what is the big thing.
Instead, we see her repeating moves that don't match her strengths or playing style. It's like training for a marathon by lifting weights. It's not addressing her real needs. Why this counterproductive approach? Those flashy dribble moves may look great on social media, generating views and likes, but they don't translate to success on the court. It's about prioritizing viral moments over actual development. The results speak for themselves. When Angel focused on her inside game during Unrivaled, she excelled. When she tried to play a style that's not her, she struggled. The correlation couldn't be clearer.
Like, pay Lisa, whatever Lisa Leslie, like, you are worth however many million. Pay Lisa Leslie a couple of $100,000 to be your coach.
Remember that moment during Unrivaled when Angel's game suddenly clicked? That was the Lisa Leslie effect. Working with one of the greatest post players in history, Angel showed immediate improvement. What's surprising is she walked away from that opportunity. Instead of focusing on what worked, she moved away from it. Lisa Leslie, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, had flawless footwork and a dominant inside-out game. Exactly the kind of mentor Angel needs. The difference between her game with Leslie and now is clear. With Leslie, Angel's movements had purpose and confidence. Now, she looks unsure, trying moves that don't fit her strengths. It's like going from a high-def version of her potential to a blurry, unfocused one.
We saw the workouts that she was doing. We saw her. She was like working on just playing on the inside. She was working on getting post positioning through Lisa Leslie, and that's what she really needs to work on. It's the inside game that's more important than the outside game, because her jump, it needs like more than one off season to fix that jump shot, because let's be real, it's broken.
The footage from Unrivaled tells the whole story. When Lisa Leslie took Angel under her wing, the transformation was immediate. Leslie focused on the fundamentals, getting proper post positioning, establishing a strong base, and using leverage to create scoring opportunities. You could literally see Angel soaking up these lessons and applying them in real time.